Well, he literally meant that. Because whatever we're covering today, he predicted it way before anyone else. New tapes are coming out that show exactly what black comedians had to do to get famous. And I'm talking about things that'll make your stomach turn. We're exposing the humiliation rituals, the dress wearing, and the dark secrets behind closed doors. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Dave walked away from $50 million and never looked back.
Remember when Dave Chappelle said that Hollywood is a monster?
I believe that they gave me a raw deal because this industry is a monster. It's the same monster that these Me Too is trying to tell you about. But they hate the monster for how it and I hate that monster for how it eats. But my God, man, it's the same monster. When I quit the show, all my friends would say, well, them, Dave, why don't you just do Chappelle's show at another network? Yeah. And why doesn't a slave run from one plantation to another plantation? Because the master over there might be nicer. My God, man, I was trapped.
Okay, let me set this up for you real quick. Remember that show where Dave Chappelle literally said, "This industry is a monster"? Yeah, that wasn't just a dramatic statement. He was dropping hints about something much darker.
So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me?
He mentions other examples too.
Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL?
Dave Chappelle once said Hollywood is a monster, and he wasn't exaggerating. In an old interview, he explained that the same monster exposed during the Me Too movement is what pushed him to walk away. When people asked why he didn't just move his show to another network, he compared it to a slave choosing a different plantation, powerful and heartbreaking. Dave wasn't just talking about money, he was talking about a system that chews people up and spits them out. Today, we'll look at how Hollywood pressures comedians to cross boundaries and how that industry machine changes people forever.
A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows.
He then drops this truth bomb.
The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
Let that sink in. Dave Chappelle warned years ago that Hollywood doesn't break weak people, it breaks strong ones. According to comedian Cat Williams, Dave helped generate massive money from his show but was only offered a small fraction, and when he pushed back, the media painted him as unstable. For years, he was blacklisted, not just over money, but control. Dave believed Hollywood runs on power, manipulation, and humiliation, especially toward black entertainers. He even warned about so-called humiliation rituals that some claim new stars are pressured into. Whether people believe these claims or not, Dave's story shows just how dark and damaging the industry can be.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe.
Think about it. Kevin Hart arrived in LA and almost instantly landed his own sitcom and a major movie like Soul Plane in his first year. That kind of overnight success was unheard of before him, and it hasn't really happened since. Cat Williams even questioned how organic that rise was, calling him a plant. And when you look at everything that happened, it really makes you wonder. But here's where things get even more disturbing. Just look at this clip of Kevin Hart at the Oscars.
9-year-old Oscar nominee, Kavenshane Wallace.
Wow. I don't think anyone saw this one coming.
Kevin Hart was presenting an award to 9-year-old Oscar nominee Quincy Wallace, and the jokes he made were completely inappropriate. The audience laughed because he was playing a character, but if you really pay attention, he clearly crossed a line. What makes it even crazier is that Kevin once said he had boundaries, that there were certain limits he would never cross, especially wearing a dress. But what happened on that stage made a lot of people question that.
Kevin told you he wasn't gonna wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on.
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
Truly adorable, and everyone loves it.
Key homonym. This, of course, translates from the Latin to who demand.
Ego sum homonym.
Which means I'm demand.
Kevin Hart once said he would never cross certain boundaries in Hollywood, especially wearing a dress. But when the opportunity came, he did it anyway, and Cat Williams claimed that showed how the industry pressures people to give in. Supporters say it's just comedy, but critics believe it represents control and submission. Tyler Perry faced similar criticism with his Medea character, which made him incredibly successful but also sparked debates about stereotypes and industry expectations. And this conversation goes even deeper, with other comedians like Damon Wayans also speaking about the pressures in Hollywood.
Why do you think black men get so much criticism for wearing dresses in movies when whites have won Academy Awards for doing said same thing?
And Damon's response? He just laughed and said,
Because blacks is gay.
Then he defended it by saying,
For me, it's like, is it funny?
Right.
To me, Tyler Perry in a dress, all day, every day, I'm there.
Right.
Hello. That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Damon Wayans explained that some actors wear dresses for comedy, like in White Chicks or Big Mama's House, and that Dustin Hoffman and Robin Williams even won Oscars for it. But there's a difference: white actors choose their roles, while black comedians are often pressured to do it to succeed. Chris Rock even did it at one point, showing a pattern. Beyond comedy, rumors and evidence suggest some black artists have been forced to compromise themselves to rise in Hollywood. Cat Williams has warned about this, especially at Diddy's parties, citing the extreme things found during the 2024 federal raid. It highlights a system where young talent is pressured to give up dignity, boundaries, and sometimes even their bodies, just to get a shot at fame. Even Omar Gooding has spoken publicly about this industry pressure, showing it's not just theory, it's reality.
Selling your soul in Hollywood, is that a real thing?
Oh, yeah.
I believe it begins with the choices you make with what you find acceptable. If you get a role and it requires you to do certain things that you think is acceptable and you do them, then you'll get that call. Then you'll know.
He explained that it's not like you just walk into Hollywood and they go,
Hi, red pill, blue pill, which one do you want? You know, no. They put you through the test, you know. They know who they can get away with what.
No, they put you through tests. They know exactly who they can push and how far. Omar said,
People do things on camera because they're comfortable doing them. If they're uncomfortable doing them, they shouldn't be doing them. It's just that simple.
And here's the part that really hit me, he said.
It's a very real thing. It's very spiritual. There's some people don't believe in God, but do believe in the devil. Where'd the devil come from? How do you believe in one and not the other? You don't believe evil exists?
He explained that some people will pray in church, but make dark choices to get what they want. We see the toll it takes, breakdowns and struggles with fame. Omar also mentioned the dress situation, saying that once Hollywood sees someone has already crossed a line, they know they can push further, giving money while ensuring the person keeps serving their agenda.
That's selling your soul. You don't have a soul. It means you don't have a say. You just do what they tell you to do.
Hearing that completely changed how I see Hollywood. It's not about talent or hard work, it's about who's willing to give up the most. Dave Chappelle refused, and that says a lot. What do you think? Is the humiliation ritual real? Should more celebrities speak out? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if this opened your eyes, and subscribe for more industry truths. Stay woke, stay aware, and remember what Dave warned us. Peace.